Pretty sure I remember starting at the age of 4, and that was when it's kind of funny. Me, my mum, and my dad at the time, we didn't have air conditioning in the house, and mum found out that the bowling centre had air conditioning. She didn't deal too well with hot weather, so we would often go down there just because she was hot. But it kind of progressed from there. I got hooked on it really quick. I did a couple of like Pee-wee junior leagues, and then that eventually became under 10 leagues, under 12 leagues. Then I started to think this is something that I want to do. Once I turned 14, I started traveling across the country for tournaments. Made my first overseas trip at 15. Once I saw the difference in ability and the competition level just from one trip to Asia, I want to be able to beat these guys on a consistent basis, and then eventually make my way to the US, because that's the pinnacle of the sport. That's where all the best players are. I picked up gardening as a hobby because it was about December of 2020. My mum started to do a lot of gardening, like planting succulents and doing everything in the front backyard. And when she got really sick before she passed, it kind of went to it just became neglected because there was no one to do anything. And once she did pass, I kind of took that up again. So that's been a hobby I picked up pretty quickly, and that's just working through the garden. It can be quite tedious, but it's definitely worth it. Normally, it's a few hours a day practicing on the lanes. I haven't had as much time as I would have liked to look at going back to the gym. I don't really want to risk getting an injury from overdoing anything there. So it was mainly just on-lane training, off-lane training mentally. I'd go back and watch old videos and look at how I used to do things and try and rework that back into my game. And then there was a few small tournaments that we had here across New South Wales. There was one that opened up in Queensland despite needing a border pass to get there. So I did basically everything I could tournament-wise that was available to get back into that tournament mindset of needing to be completely ready for when I get back to the US. If somebody already is involved and they're kind of juggling on whether or not it's something to continue, I would say to push through it, because bowling has a lot of adversity involved, physically, mentally. What we bowl on day by day, the conditions just change so quickly. Every shot you're going to learn, and you just have to accept what happens and learn from there.